Now that we've checked our circulation, we're ready for the final step, which is going to be planting. It's obviously the funnest part. So the first thing you want to be is, what am I going to plant? And depending on what you're going to plant, it's going to depend how you set up your system. In the back here we have the 12, and you only want to do smaller plants, leafy greens like lettuces, do herbs like dill and basil. You don't want to do a large plant. That'd be like a vine plant, say tomatoes, or something like a zucchini. You don't want a whole bunch of large plants together. That's what this one's for. So you'll have 4 large plants, and of course you could plant a whole bunch of large plants. What's going to happen is that it's going to become so dense that nothing grows that well, and we really want you to get the best result. So you have to be very mindful of the space one of these large plants are going to take, and make sure that the other plants don't get in the way. The next thing is, especially when you first start planting, even if you're not planning on putting something in there right away, say you're going to cycle every week, you're going to plant a few more, so every week once they're fully grown you can harvest, and you always have steady flow. Still put a cup in the hole, and that keeps light from getting in there, which stops algae from forming and a bunch of other things. So even if you're not going to plant, like these ones right now are not going to be planting, still put the cup in there. When you first start, you want to keep your lights off. This is just for the best results. Lights off until your germination or your little sprout starts to come out of the cup. It should take about a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on what you're planting. Some could take up to 21 days. Once that happens, you can turn your lights on and go back into your regular 18 hours on, 6 hours off. All right, so now that we're straightforward about all the stuff regarding planting, let's get started. So you'll take a cup, you'll take one of these rock wool cubes, and then you'll push it in all the way to the bottom, and then place it in the spots. As you can see, we've pre-labeled what we want to grow. You don't have to do this, but certainly you want to mark down what you grow, because you will forget what you planted. That's why we have that dry erase and marker, and as you change it, you can wipe it off. It works fantastic, keeps your garden really well organized. So let's start off with zucchini. So we're always about experimenting and trying new things. We've never tried zucchini. We're going to try zucchini this time. Anytime you plant, you want to plant more than 1 seed. The zucchini seed's quite large. I think I'm just going to plant 2. You're going to place them in the rock wool. You kind of want to wait for the rock wool to get kind of moist. And then you're going to push them down about 1/8 of an inch. Now again, the zucchini seed is quite large, so I'm going to be pushing it actually down a little bit more. I actually ended up pushing the rock wool down a little. Similar to that. So the seed's definitely going to get soaked, and with some of these larger seeds, maybe you even want to pre-soak them like you would in a garden. Next, we got bean. Bean's another plant that grows really well with hydroponics. So same thing, we're going to try just 2 beans for now. We're going to place them in, and then push them about 1/8 of an inch. So you want in far enough that the rock wool is going to keep it nice and soaked, but you don't want to bury it in the rock wool. Next, we're going to go to pepper. So peppers are another good starting plant. They take a little bit longer, but they don't grow big. They're not a viney plant. They're almost like a little shrub. So it's a much smaller seed. I'm going to plant about 4 of them. Same as the last ones, we're just going to push them down a little bit into the rock wool. You can kind of see something like that. Maybe even push them down a little bit more. And last, we've got tomatoes. So here we're going to actually use one of the heirloom seeds that the Seeds Now provides with. So if you're one of the Kickstarters, you'll see that this are the seeds that you are going to be getting in your kits, and they are some of the best seeds that money can buy. Very pure, non-GMO. They're not sterile, so you can keep growing more seeds and keep the same strain as pure as the one before. So we're going to grow 4 of these seeds as well. Same thing as before. Place them on top. Something like that.